Yes, now we're going to talk Christmas. Sorry about it, but we are. Cash-strapped councils across England are apparently scrapping their Christmas lights and markets, and they're cutting back on trees because of the cost of living crisis, as locals complain about the lack of festive spirit.
You can't be complaining yet. I don't believe that. Who's complaining about a lack of festive spirit at the moment?
Well, I think there's a lot of whinging going on already.
You'd moan if the Christmas lights were out already. Anyway, multiple towns and boroughs are facing budgetary challenges. Well, we know that's the case. And so several of them have pulled the Christmas lights completely in moves critics have said are effectively cancelling Christmas.
I don't know whether it is cancelling Christmas, but for instance, Medway Council in Kent became the latest this week to stop those sort of switch-ons. And so today we're debating, should Christmas lights be cancelled and the money perhaps spent in other places?
Let's talk to Jess Barclay and former Conservative councillor Claire Pearsall, who join us now. What do you make, Jess? What do you think of it all?
I think it's kind of insulting, to be honest. If I was cancelling Christmas based on a school budget, I wouldn't have had Christmas for like the last 4 years, and I'm actually going into even trickier Christmas this year for lots of personal reasons. I made the papers last year for doing Christmas on £63, and it'll be similar, if not less, of a budget this year, unfortunately. I think we've got very wrapped up in the consumerism side of Christmas. I think we're all aware of it, and unfortunately, it's not all or nothing. Christmas is about community and bringing people together. What an amazing chance to bring people together to say, look, we haven't got our normal budget. What as a community can we do to make Christmas magical and special? Some of the budgets they're talking about, they say, oh, we haven't got £75,000. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean we just don't do it. My bathroom recently leaked and I had to redo it and I had zero budget. It doesn't mean that I just don't do it. I've spoken to my community and I've got them involved and I've got friends involved. And if I could do that for a bathroom, why can't we do that more on a community level to make Christmas special?
I'm all for that. I think it's a great idea being thrifty, but there's still something wonderful about twinkling lights, isn't there? Don't you think, Claire, it's actually rather important that those twinkling lights put a smile on all our faces?
Well, I think you're right, especially when the high street is facing some really tough times at the moment. But I do think Jess highlights something really important. This is about communities getting involved. It's about local businesses getting involved. My local area of Sevenoaks, they have 2 sponsors for their Christmas lights and displays. And my local shopping centre here in my village has a local business who puts a Christmas tree up every year with decorations free of charge. That's his donation. And I think that is the way that we should be looking at it. Councils are under enormous pressure with what they have to fund. And in the case of Medway Council, it's a unitary authority and they've spent £33 million alone in the last 3 years investing in children's care services, for example. So I think that whilst Christmas is very, very important for the community, we also need to look at the pressures on local councils, the statutory responsibilities that they have, and the money that isn't coming in from central government grants any further. Most places have had that cut, Medway by 91%, Sevenoaks by 100%. So that's quite a dent. So I think we need a little bit more fiscal responsibility and a little bit more community spirit.
Yeah, I mean, part of the problem here, Jess, is the idea that not putting Christmas lights up is seen as cancelling Christmas. When of course it isn't, is it? I mean, as you point out, there's lots we can do without sort of cancelling the joy of the festive season.
I think a big one with lights is the scale of them. Why not make it a magical focal point and be like, right, we're going to do the tree and we're going to have a couple of get-togethers of carol singing throughout December. That's much cheaper than putting the lights together. I love going carol singing. And if they reached out to the community, I think people are often surprised how much people are willing to give. I mean, I've certainly been shocked with the bathroom and how much people have been willing to give. I'm very much reminded when I was reading this article, my favourite Christmas display is a little town in Cornwall called Lelant. It's not even a town, it's probably like a little pass-through. And they do the lights themselves. They literally have like a colour theme. So they're all got similar lights. It is so simple and it is absolutely stunning. And it doesn't cost the council anything. And they all use the same lights every year. So it's not that it costs the village loads of money. It's not that it's costing the community loads of money. It's just a little bit of tradition, community come together, and it's my favourite Christmas lights.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't
just
know
for that.
why you have to have new lights every year.
No.
Bring out the old ones. But I don't know. I guess if you were to say to people, you can either have your Christmas lights or you can have an extra refuse collection, I'd probably go for the extra bin collection.
Yeah. And what do you think? Do you think, Claire, that's really where people are at the moment?
I think it's really hard because people don't understand council spending. We all pay our council tax and we see this enormous amount of money go out and we don't entirely understand where it goes. And I've sat on many, many long budgetary meetings at the local council, and it's quite interesting when you see where your money goes, you then understand the pressures. So I think people want their refuse collected, but I also think that they do want to feel that the council cares about them, cares about the area and wants to celebrate with them. And I just want to give a big mention to the New Ash Green Village social group, who are putting on a Santa's sleigh. They're doing carol singing in the village centre, and all of this doesn't cost the council taxpayer. This is a group of volunteers, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I think we need more of that and not perhaps the council spending our money on it.
Yeah, I think I would tend to agree. Jess, Claire, good to see you both this morning. Thank you very much indeed.
And just a reminder of the date, it's actually Friday the 13th of October. So don't worry, it's nowhere near Christmas yet.
No.